everyone. Uh, we welcome you all for the second part of the seminar. Today we'll be discussing more about sales, and we have all our panelists over here. Regarding yesterday, we got a lot of inquiries, a lot of messages, a lot of mails from you all, to which we have already responded and we'll keep responding. Uh, Another request for today, we'll try answering all the questions that are possible, but if we cannot answer all questions, we'll surely reply back to you. You can write us on info@bdevelopment.in, or you can also leave a comment on Facebook or on Zoom. Okay, so I'll just introduce you to Mr. Devang Kanavia. We have Mr. Devang Kanavia today, who's the head strategy and marketing and sales head for V Development. So Devang basically he comes with an experience of more than 15 years. Specializes in sales management. He's a very well-known author. He's written many books on sales. And yeah, over to you, Mr. Kanavia. You could just unmute Mr. Kanavia, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're audible.
Everyone. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, good evening, everyone. We are going to have a very great session today. Yesterday, also, we had some really interesting points that came out. And in fact, also the panel that you would see is, my God, the moment I had started speaking with them, they were so diverse in their thoughts that it was amazing that this kind of a forum has got created for everyone to come together and share their views. So I'll quickly introduce the panel that we have today, starting with Pranay Goyal, who I'm sure all of you know. He's the founder of V Development and has been a torchbearer in the self-development domain. Along with V Development, he also brings in a versatile experience in managing multiple businesses under his own banner. Apart from Pranay Goyal, I have Mr. Ajay Chaturvedi, again, someone who does not need an introduction. Been into real estate since the last 35, 40 years, I think more. Real estate and accommodation times go hand in glove with each other. And he is on the panel probably of all the possible agencies that you know, all the possible associations. He's also a part of RERA panel. So it would be really great that he could also share a lot of his experience today. And I'm sure he a lot of ups and downs of the economy in his own experience. So that will be a really good insight that we will get over here. Along with him, we also have Mr. Harish Sharma, who has been a part of the real estate industry since the last 20 odd years. He's the CEO of Centrum, and the interesting thing about Harish is when we connected, I realized that he has been into the finance industry for a very long time, and whenever someone from another industry comes into a different industry, there's a lot of innovation that he brings in. So he's been running his company in a very different and a very process-oriented manner. And I'm sure whatever he's going to share today in his experience of real estate is going to be something very different. Along with him, we have one more person, Mr. Vijay Ahuja, again, one more mind-blowing personality of the real estate forum. He is a founder of Shelters Realtors, and he also founded the Smart Association, which is South Metro City Association of Realtors, which is a part of NAR. And he has a huge network of international investors, HNI, and that is something, again, from the global level, he brings in a different sales kind of an experience that he brings to the table. So this is the panel that we have today. So good evening, everyone. Very nice to have all of you over here. And we'll start with the first question. Pranay, this question, I'll start with you. Just to get an understanding, in fact, yesterday also we spoke about it in the webinar. If you could basically just give an idea about your views on what is the impact of COVID-19 lockdown and what do you see it as happening post-lockdown on the sales scenario of redevelopment?
Thanks, Devang. So I think I've covered a lot of things in yesterday's webinar also. What is the impact on overall self-redevelopment scenario, overall redevelopment industry? And specifically, we talk about sales. I think there are two major points which I would like to say. One, the negative aspect, and there is also a positive aspect to it. So I think if we talk about the negative aspect of the impact, it's more of a psychological impact than any other thing, which will impact for a short term of period, maybe a year or two. And post that, I think situation should be better than what it is today. And that is what the negative impact would be. And definitely people would think twice before purchasing a flat in the coming short period. But even I see a positive impact on this sales of through this COVID-19. I think as we all are right now, we all are at home. So I think people have started liking homes much more than before. And people would definitely like to have bigger flats, much more amenities in their flats. I think this is another perspective that I've been thinking and wondering up where this could be a positive impact of COVID-19 on the real estate industry specifically.
Wow. So it's a completely diverse perspective again. I can't imagine, people liking, but we would hope that such a event never happens again, that people have to stay at home for more than a month. Ajay ji, if you could share your experience, you have seen a lot of downturns, upturns of the industry because of the economy. If you could share your insights as well on what you see as a possible outcome of the COVID-19 on the sales scenario. Ajay ji, I think you'll have to unmute yourself. You are on mute. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Hello.
you. Yes, sir.
See, I'm there since 1986. Last 35 years, I've seen 5 mandis already, and I think this is one of the you can say very, very different, out of this world, because this is natural calamity. Also, we cannot say it is something very different. This COVID-19, but fortunately, I see a lot of positive outcome out of it, which I've done the last 20-25 days. A lot of surveys and spoke to at least 400-500 people from the industry, and I've been to this industry since like 3.5 decades. So what I feel, this COVID-19 will give a very, very positive impact to the real estate industry as a whole, because first of all, it's $180 billion industry. एक दिन में तो खत्म होने वाला नहीं है. There is a 250 industries attached to it, and the last, it's a 5,000-year-old. You can say it's not industry. It's you can say roti kapda or makan. It's a necessity. So you cannot say, and the biggest thing, it is not a perishable commodity. You buy it today, or you can buy it in June, you can buy it in October. I remember when my father bought it in Kalina and Santa Cruz at the rate of 80 rupees per square feet that time. Today it is 35,000 rupees per square feet. So I'm proud that we have bought the property. And after staying for 45 years, everybody will be loving their own home. They want to improve it. They want to go. The biggest thing which I feel that people will go for bigger homes, because if they're staying in the smaller 400 square feet or say smaller, which is compact flats ka jo bhi trend tha, I think it will change and people will go for 2 and 3 bedroom wall kitchens, and they would like to own the flats more rather than staying into the rent, and provided they have the what you call the budgets and the capacity of this thing. But it's overall is a very, very positive impact which will come, and the sales to already it is in the digital format. It's happening already, and I think a lot of people are waiting, and a lot of developers and CPs and I've spoken to housing finance company. They've got a lot of inquiries to be converted immediately after the COVID-19. Hope after 3rd May they partially, if the relaxation to do, I think this May and June, maybe from the 30th June onwards, the sales will happen.
Very nice. Quite positive, Ajay ji. That's good, and especially after seeing all those mandis, and you still are positive and having faith that this will be easily rooted out. Harish, if you could share your insight, especially being again, coming from that kind of a finance background, and the kind of correlation that it has to the real estate industry. Plus, you have been on the ground looking at real estate building projects, helping them sell. So, what do you see as a trend coming after lockdown gets over? Sales getting impacted in some way?
Thanks, Devang, and good evening to all the viewers, and thank you all for taking time out to joining in. Just if for some perspective, last year top 7 cities sold 2 lakh crores of residential sales, and this is about 40% down from 2012 data. And during this time period when the overall industry sales are down 40%, a lot of large players have gone bankrupt. A lot of lenders are finding issues. But in all of this chaos, there are some players who have gone on to do record sales, listed players. There are some smaller players, who come up with a lot of innovation, a lot of new techniques, and who are doing well. So I think the key question to look at, one is doing the crystal ball gazing for post-COVID and next year. Of course, we'll be doing all of that. But I think the key is, what is it that the end customer is looking at? And if one gets that math right, which is, trust, transparency, customer experience, and for the customer to feel that, this home will get delivered, whatever the developer is talking or the sales agencies are talking and what they are experiencing is the same. I think that is what end customers are necessarily looking at. In fact, as we speak, a lot of people have got displaced. A lot of people are trying to figure out a lot of things in this lockdown. I think once the lockdown opens, we will get a sense of how the customer is behaving, what happens to actual site visits, and that will then give us a sense of, are customers looking to buy bigger homes, or are they, will they become more budget conscious? For instance, if you see the FMCG industry, every time there is a recession, there is a concept of down trading which happens.
Yes.
We also have seen some kind of down trading in Mumbai real estate and across the board over the last few years. So I think the key question is, how will the end customer change his behavior? Irrespective of that, in terms of sizes and convenience, the basics still remain the same, where we need to provide trust, transparency, and customer experience.
Very nice. So, Hari, one of the things that you pointed out over here in your views was that it's very easy to do crystal ball gazing over here for what is going to happen. But the key remains, when the lockdown gets over and when we step on the ground, how are we over there to understand how are we quick enough to understand the customer, what is their expectation, and adapt it to what we can actually deliver? And 2-3 things that you said was trust, transparency, and customer experience. These 3 will remain yardsticks, be it recession or it maybe not, but they will be the key things that will drive the economy further and the buying pattern of customers. So Vijay ji, one of the things that I wanted to understand on the same note, you have been dealing a lot with international customers and HNIs. This again, this kind of a scenario is at a global level also impacting. So do you see that kind of a impact happening on the real estate industry in Bombay, as in there would be a rub-off of investors or HNIs or international clients?
Good evening to all, and I would first thank We Development to give a realtor's perspective on this entire issue. See, the HNI market, the global markets work very differently. They look at it as a huge opportunity into India. In the last 40 days in the lockdown, what I've noticed my clients have been I have global offices everywhere coming back and asking me reports on different exotic real estate, on what are the investment strategies to get inside. For an example, the global investor, the global Indian investor looks at different asset classes in India. They look at warehousing and logistics. They look at the student housing market. They're looking at fractional ownership. They're looking at senior citizen homes. So they look at it differently. I was with a Chinese fund, and when I spoke to him and the kind of research he has actually done on India, on the student housing market, the co-living market, it just shatters me. It's mind-boggling. With due respect to all the research agencies here, I mean, it's unbelievable the research these boys. So whether it's Japan, Korea, all these boys will come into India. They look at new strategies to come to India, and they will definitely take a big punt on India. Even on the manufacturing side, the Korea, Japan's, the best of the advanced countries have already started looking and negotiating with governments of different parts of India to open up their bases over here. But definitely very positive on the global NRI front, because they for them buying an asset is more like once you can manage the asset well, their money is with you in India. Their main issue is managing the asset. So there are, you can hardly find a very few property management companies in India who actually stick to the word true property management. If that can be handled well, I'm sure there'll be a huge plethora of investments coming in. To add on to what Harish said, that of course Harish is dot on when he says that the more important part in our industry right now is, since we all are under lockdown, we have enough time. It's time to upskill ourselves, train ourselves well, do a lot of research, which a lot of developers, with due respect, don't do. Involve realtors at the right time, not when there is when there's a issue or for sales to hit in. If the realtor is involved from straight from design, planning, execution, it's a different market totally, including pricing. Because we are the ones, if we sit together with the developer, sit with their teams, I don't think there's an issue at all for us to see the project through.
Very nice. So again, a very positive outlook even from the international scenario. So Vijay just pointed out right now that the international market definitely will look at this as an opportunity from an investment point of view. So which is a great positive and a boost to the industry as well. One of the things, Pranay, yesterday's conversation, you had said that, although it is this kind of a lockdown is going on, but this will definitely be self-redevelopment will be a very good path breaker and a change in terms of the way the real estate industry can actually come out. Do you still feel that that was finance, especially because the bank is funding it, there is finance available, but do you see self-redevelopment working also in the sales arena? What would your experience be in that?
Actually, two reasons primarily for which the redevelopment industry specifically would be affected. One would be the finance, and the other would be the sales. So if we talk about sales specifically, I think still I believe, and I'm definitely sure that self-redevelopment would be a next upcoming thing, or the future of redevelopment, we would say. I think that will be better. There are many reasons for it. I think psychologically, as I said, psychologically, buyers would be more as what customers want. If I talk about customers, what Hariji also mentioned about, if you talk about customers, what customers want, there's still, if you talk about pre-COVID times, pre-COVID, I think that this has become an era now. So pre-COVID times, I think the customers still wanted a project, completed project. They were still believing into more completed projects rather than buying under construction. So this was one of the biggest fears that the customers had. And post-COVID, I think that would still be a demand. And that will be more prominent, where customers would require a finished flat more than an under construction flat. I don't mean that that will not be sold, but still the demand would be more for a completed or finished flat. So where, if we talk about a finished flat, definitely self-redevelopment comes as a major solution for a project where the finance is completely possible for a self-redevelopment project. Where even if single flat is not sold, your project can be completed because the finance availability is still there. If you compare it with a redevelopment model where the finance is still a major issue. So in comparison to this, I think self-redevelopment could be a bigger solution. And also one important reason why because again, due to finance, customers have to purchase a flat when it's a builder-led redevelopment flat. Builder-led redevelopment project. Not all the, definitely few of the projects where the project will be completed or not, where the project will be completed within time or not. But in self-redevelopment, through our experience, what we have learned, I think they have much more confidence and faith on the self-redevelopment project. Because of anything, but major reason because of its model. Two major reasons, I think. One, finance availability, and second major reason because the agreement, the sale agreement are done directly with the society, the promoters, and not with a power of attorney holder. So I think because of the self-redevelopment would be a major solution even for the buyers.
Okay. So Pranay actually pointed out one thing, which was what, in fact, even Harish spoke about, which was trust. And because of the agreement itself, there is that level of trust that I'm dealing with finally the promoter directly who owns the plot and not someone who's a mediator and in between. Ajay ji, what I would also want from you is what is your take on self-redevelopment and what Pranay said right now? Do you think that even self-redevelopment will be a kind of a game changer, or will it show a different path in sales post-COVID-19?
I didn't get you properly. What your question is?
Pranay pointed out right now certain positives that self-redevelopment would probably bring in. Are you on the same page with him, or you have some other perspectives?
No, I think it is correct. Self-redevelopment is the ultimate, because there is no options available. Because one of the, when we were discussing about what are the alternatives, or there is no alternative, because under section 79A, 33/7A, the redevelopment is not feasible because of what you call very high taxes, around 55 to 62% taxes, which government stamp duty, registration, GSTs, and the premiums which is there. And B, there's a a lot of society members. They have the WhatsApp gyan they have, then they harass the PMC and the people. So the builders have really fed up. They have not started, but they have not been very positive about it. So self-redevelopment is one of the best thing which has happened, which I feel personally. It is the future, because more than, I think, 1 lakh societies are in Maharashtra, and I think 8,000 and more dilapidated condition. You can correct me if I'm wrong. More than 8,000 buildings are ready for going for the redevelopment or self-redevelopment mode. Now, why it is? I feel self-redevelopment sale will not be a problem, or it will sell, because in self-redevelopment the plot sizes normally in Bombay, we see around 600 to 2,000 square meter plots are there. So the inventory level which is coming up, which is not very great like other. The builders are selling. The builders selling 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 3 lakh square feet. तो तुमको sell करने में तकलीफ हो रहा है. When inventory is less, and when the location centric, like for example Borivali West person, या Ghatkopers, or say for example Juhu or say Bandra people, they will not move to the other places. They are used to that kind of. So micro markets are very strong, and the inventories are very less. And secondly, now after this COVID, people are not like to go for a composite type of society, specifically SRA and other MHADA things. They would go rather for the neat, clean societies. There they want to, and plus neighborhood, they want good neighborhood, they want it, which everybody realized after the COVID-19. I think the sale will be easier and better, which we have seen this Centrum team has done fantastically very well in the 3-4 project which they sold it 6 months. Secondly, the biggest advantage of the existing members. Yesterday, Mr. Dalvi was telling, I was listening, very interesting aspect. 48% to 65% of your inventory available in a self-redevelopment is self bought by the members, existing members. Then you can say the local micro market is so very strong. So CPs, around 65% sale is happening through the channel partners and property consultants. So they are very strong locally in our Bombay. Specifically, we have 22,500 registered Maharera property consultants who are primarily into primary sale, because the what you call lease and other things are not covered into the Maharera. So we have already officially 22,500, and you can say around 35,000 property brokers are there into the industry here. So they are the very the backbone of the industry, and they have been driving the sales. So I don't think in the self-development inventory वगैरह का कोई chance रहेगा बचने का. It will be, I think it will be very good, and I think it will be a game changer, because there's no alternative to it. Self-development आपको जाना ही पड़ेगा, and in that you can save cost. You also save you can say better deals you can get at existing members. And main thing is transparency here. PMC like yours, V Development has done a fantastic job. I think 30-35 societies has to put up a trust upon you. I think what's Pranay ji will I think elaborate for that. So I feel self-development is one of the better options, futures, and this is going to be the trend till 2030. Redevelopment will not happen under section 79A. You can say 33/7, 30 by, you can say 9, or you can say 14D. Under section 33, because South Bombay, the biggest problem one is the SAS building, which is yesterday somebody called up, and they were asking about. So in SAS building also the fungible is allowed, I think, but there's some other benefit they wanted. So South Bombay has got different altogether. Their what you call localized problems are there, which government of Maharashtra is looking. We are looking for now more of the stamp duty reductions, home loans reductions. Anyway, the prediction of 20% reduction in the prices, which is protected, I don't think it has been feasible, because housing loan anyway is not coming down to 5%. It will remain as it is. So and plus property, lot of fence sitters are there, which I've seen in last 1.5 years. They are looking for market corrections, more market corrections. When the cost of construction, when the land cost, when other cost, the biggest cost is of the interest cost is not going down, and 14 to 16% interest cost, how can the prices of income down? I think so. Giving all these factors in considerations, and the accumulated demand which has been already there, undercurrent is very strong. And I personally, when I spoke to a lot of people, they are looking for some good deals, and they definitely go for the sale in the next 6 months.
Great. So quite a positive outlook from Ajay ji. Harish, I wanted to understand, buyer sentiments, or when we see the buyer's perspective, what they look at. You pointed out 3 specific things. Anything beyond that, when society or developers redevelopment, what are the 3-4 things that they should look at while that will help them sell better?
So, given that self redevelopment is an innovative concept, it's a new concept. It's at the infancy level. A few successes have happened. The way I look at it is that it is critical for the self redevelopment industry to understand, the need for self redevelopment has come because the larger part of the industry somewhere has not delivered on time, and because of financing issues, and because of risk issues, and then maybe the next problem of not right size homes because the economy has turned, or because the sector has gone through a different cycle. I think the most critical part is to ring fence what are the key aspects which are needed in delivering a project on time. I think the very first part is, of course, like Ajay ji also mentioned, that micro market location, that is of course critical. But immediately after that is the initial equity or the loan component which is needed to get to the plinth CC stage. I think once that is there, and that is where the critical part is, or maybe we still haven't got the right formula for self redevelopment to take off in a big way. I think once that happens, then it is very easy to build trust across the ecosystem, which is with the contractors, with the PMC, with the bank lender, with the channel partners. Yes, while some of the early successes in redevelopment have come where the existing home residents have only bought more, but we should not go that path where we expect that existing people will only buy the buildings and complete that. Then will be a very small part of the overall industry. If we have to scale it up, we have to look at where local channel partners also find it extremely convenient, and they feel confident that yes, this project will get completed on time. So there are these 3-4 aspects. If we can take care of those aspects, which is where the larger industry somewhere has not been able to do over the last 5-7 years, I think there's a great scope for self redevelopment. And I don't look at it as self-redevelopment versus redevelopment or versus developers. This is an innovation. This is perhaps a need of the market. Government has also given some SOPs for that. It is just like you have in commercial, and you have in residential, you have co-living. Co-living is one of the solutions which has come up over the last few years. If you look at commercial, co-working has come, and I would look at self-redevelopment as one more such part of the overall residential pie.
Okay, so great point of view. So again, as you said that self-redevelopment, we cannot probably exclude it or see it in as a separate center, but it is a part of the entire system that is currently going on, which is a real estate, and it's a need of the hour because of which it has actually come up. Vijay, what I would want you to probably elaborate is if you could throw some light on, as Harishji and Ajayji just pointed out right now, that the buyer sentiment is going to be positive, and probably this is going to be the way. When it comes to smaller brands, okay, especially probably in self-redevelopment, the societies are not even brands.
Yeah.
Would the investor sentiment be positive, because it's not a bigger brand that they are actually going to invest in, but these are smaller players? And so what is your view on that? What do you feel?
See, I feel strictly that, what is real estate all about? It's all about social positioning of the asset. Once you position the asset correctly in the realtor's mind, again, I'm only talking on the realtor's perspective, if you don't mind. On the realtor's perspective, if you position a product correctly, sales is hardly an issue, on any part, on any field, whether it's commercial, residential, on any asset class. Now, where the whole main issue and the diagram problem is that the realtor community doesn't have that much access to new age trends which are coming up, right? So even as far redevelopment goes, or anyone who is a specialist in this field, is their moral and social responsibility to engage with the realtor on all the other assets, on all the other different classes of people, and explain the entire concept to them correctly. Once this message is brought across, I'm again sticking to self-redevelopment or the sales topic, is that, once this asset class is understood by the realtor, you will have this different creed of people who become specialists as realtors selling only self-redevelopment. We as realtors have this trend. There are commercial real estate guys, there are residential guys, but we need to pick those boys from the big bandwidth and train them correctly. And of course, Accommodation Times has been a leader on that. They can always put up a training program for us in that field.
Great. So for you, you say that the buyers would be ready, but it is, do we have the right teams to actually be able to sell it to those people?
Yeah.
Pranay, you have been in the...
Add few points on this. I think where you say about branding a self-redevelopment project, even that is quite important for the buyers, is to build that trust, where it was quite easy for a builder to do that for a redevelopment model, but for a self-redevelopment, if it's a cooperative society doing the entire task themselves, the entire project is quite important, which becomes difficult for a society self-redevelopment to do it, which I also agree to some extent to Harishji. So that is why this DM model has come into picture. That is where development managers have come forward with. That is where redevelopment has come forward to not only execute, manage, but entirely branding the project so that it sells it properly. So even the buyers have that trust. Buyers come in, and then the project is being sold properly. The flats are being sold properly, so that the trust factor in the customers are there till the end of the project. The project will be completed. So these, so it may not. There are much more efforts if a society does it. It becomes easier if there is a DM model. So that is where a completely self-redevelopment model with a DM model becomes much more easier for a society. That is the only thing.
So, say, Pranay, what has been your experience? You have two projects which are near completion, which I presume are getting into the, giving the handovers as well. So, in those projects, especially self-redevelopment, what has been your experience?
So, as I said, so initially, obviously, the buyers that came to us, the buyers had those questions: who's developing the project, who's the promoter of the project. When they understood, so it was a journey for us also to understand and make them educated that it's a self-redevelopment project there are positives of self-redevelopment project where you are doing the agreement with the society directly. And all those factors where the buyers were much more comfortable after these understandings. And when they understood, when they saw the project, they understood and they got the same deliverables what any other redevelopment project would have given to them. After getting all those factors in place, having the financial backup of a bank, all these factors were there in these two projects for which the buyers built more trust and they started buying inventory at a very initial stage as well. So we started selling at a very initial stage. Immediately after the launch, we started selling, and we have sold most of the inventories in these two projects.
Very nice. So quite a positive outlook over there, and people are slowly, although because of course the industry is new, but they are seeing it as a positive area where they can actually probably get into the buying of home. Harish ji, one of the things that I wanted to ask you was, sometime back there was a conversation we spoke about home loans. Now buyers that they come over here, buyers do their scrutiny, plus even the home loan companies do their own scrutiny and all of that. So how do you think there will be an impact of that also post COVID? There as it is very stringent while getting into those sectors. So has an impact over there?
I think home loan availability, what will it happen? I think we can have one special seminar only on that, but just to give some perspective, and I think this is the challenge real estate industry has faced over the last few years and currently also facing, which is just to give some perspective. The market cap of listed home loan developers is close to 3,25,000 crores, and the net worth of those companies put together is close to 2 lakh crores. As against that, if you see the listed developer space, the market cap is 1 lakh crores and the net worth is also 1 lakh crores. So I think the home loan industry today is bigger than the developer industry. I'm sure they are more worried than us as to how to grow the home loan business, because the valuations there are a lot higher than most of the other aspects of real estate. The fact is they are still doing business. Now, in the current chaos where everything has got displaced, not just in India, world over, maybe issues are there, maybe some things have become more stringent, but you have to assume that this will tide over the next 3 to 6 months, and again we will have to focus on what we have to deliver to the customer. Good customers who have either the right paperwork there are 3 banks running after that customer, and customers who are in the unorganized space, informal space, there are 3 new age NBFCs running after that. See, the fact is the retail customer is a very valued person in the Indian business ecosystem. All great business models want that customer. So we have to assume that in 3-6 months this will not be a problem. The problem will be how do we get trust to our buyers? How do we build confidence for the channel partner network so that the deliveries happen on time?
Great. So a very different perspective altogether. That more than us thinking about home loans, I think the home loan companies will be thinking about how it will. They will probably come out of this entire mess. Ajay ji, what I wanted to ask you was, as Harish ji right now pointed out, was one of the major elements that we need to also look at is how do we bring faith in the entire channel partners market. Now, marketing will play a major role, especially post-COVID. It was playing a major role before also, but getting those leads will be probably tougher all over. But as you also said that almost 60 to 65 तो leads जो आते हैं या जितना sale होता है, it happens only through brokers and they play a major role. So how do you think will the marketing or the impact post lockdown be on that kind of a scenario for them?
See, what I feel since beginning of the industry, which I've seen it over the couple of decades, property consultant are basically the very neglected lots. Just now we have seen how the construction worker, construction site छोड़ के चले गए 3 साल तो whole of the industry came standstill. Now property consultant, I feel personally, is the backbone of the real estate industry, because we are paying 14%, 16% interest, and we are loading on the property consultant, the people who are bringing you money. They are the ultimate connecting with the buyer. They are the most important part of it. They have a lot of you can say they have the problems. They have what we call their voices not been heard properly. Unfortunately, they are not been organized in proper way. They're like Bombay, for example, we are around 60 associations are there, and maybe around we have around 25,000 property consultants are there, and every micro market we have the property consultants are there. Fortunately, to bring them to a you can say the faith, जो विश्वास का आपने बात किया है. So we are the company like Centrum. They have done very well. I've seen very closely to them last 1.5 years. I'm there with them. Apart from that, we need endorsements. We need the credibility. We need a escrow account system, like for example, like builders, they get the money immediately. That can be within 7 days to 21 days. There should be some system to the property brokerage should be transmitted. I've seen 6 months, 9 months, 2 years, 3 years. They don't get the property, the brokerage. They get the disputes. Their clients who comes on the sites that get hijacked by the other. They have this kind of complaints which I come across a lot of property consultants. So they are looking for some credible, good. That is why they sell for the other branded builders like A+ builders, which everybody knows about. So they go for the branded builders. Why? Because they have the faith. Because our property brokerage has been seized. So just like construction workers are one of the biggest, what you call now after 15 March, after this COVID, we come to know that they can be, you can say backbone, because without that your project can get standstill. So they should, all the proper, what you call, builders, developers and other stakeholders of the industry, they should recognize the importance of property consultant. It's a high time. They should give them they should hear their voices, they hear the grievances and sort out the matters. They should create a credibility, confidence, they should endorsement, they should bring it transparency into the system, they should bring, and the sales ultimately your property consultant is only even doing it. Walk-in, hardly I think 20 to 30% is happening. When 65 to 70% sale is happening, and ultimately cash they are bringing into the business. What I feel personally, they should be highly respected, regarded, they should be protected, and they should be heard their voice. There should be a grievances sale should be there on the association level at the CREDAI, MCHI and the NAREDCO. They should definitely see to it, instead of they are going to the lot of other places, the other concerns they have been raising. They should also see to it the property concern properly protected. They can do miracles. I have full faith within 3 to 6 months time, if they've been properly, we can say the concentration is given to this segment, they can transform the real estate industry as a whole.
Very nice. So one of the things that you pointed out was there has to be an association or a grievance, and I'm sure you are already working on that. Because the kind of network that you have of the channel partners is huge across India. Pranay, what I wanted to check with you is, yesterday you spoke about the marketing spends. Now, especially brokers also are important in bringing leads. Apart from that, do you see any change in the way the marketing would happen post-COVID?
तो डेफिनेटली देवांगी जब मार्केटिंग की बात करेंगे तो मार्केटिंग कल भी मैंने बताया कि मार्केटिंग इज इम्पोर्टेंट, मार्केटिंग स्पेंड्स भी बढ़ाने होंगे, बट मार्केटिंग स्पेंड से ज़्यादा इट्स ऑल अबाउट द एंटायर प्रोजेक्ट एज अ होल. आई थिंक विजय जी ने स्टार्टिंग में कवर किया कि ब्रोकर्स की या रियल्टर्स की एंट्री होती है प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट होने के बाद, जो काफी बिल्डर्स ये बहुत ही मिस्टेक कर देते हैं, बट आई थिंक दैट शुड बी राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन. So what I would even suggest societies that sales is a very important aspect. Please आप उसको बहुत ही important रखिए. आपका loan repayment, आपका project completion, everything is dependent on sales. जैसे अजय जी ने भी बताया कि realtors are the backbone of the industry. Considering all these points, even as हरीश जी ने बताया कि जो customers को चाहिए वो आप ध्यान रखें. तो all these factors need to be taken right on day one. आप जब फिजिबिलिटी स्टेज से अगर आप सब कंसिडर करेंगे कि मार्केट में क्या रेट चल रहा है, किस तरह से फ्लैट डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, वो रेट कंसिडर करके फिजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट बनाएं, प्लान प्रोजेक्ट बनाएं. आप जितना प्लानिंग में ध्यान देंगे उतना आपको मार्केटिंग में ईज होगा, उतना सेल्स में ईज होगा. मार्केटिंग इज डेफिनेटली वन एस्पेक्ट, बट विदाउट दीज फैक्टर्स मार्केटिंग विल नॉट बी फ्रूटफुल.
So marketing and sales right from the word go of the project has to be in place rather than at a later stage. So बहुत important point. Vijay, what is your take on marketing spends जो अभी हो रहे हैं generally जो companies करती हैं to cost per lead जो होता है? Do you think that is going to change? Is it going to increase? It is going to decrease because of the kind of scenario of the economy that is going to happen? So is there also going to be in a मतलब ये हम लोग सिर्फ रियल मतलब हम लोग सिर्फ सोसाइटीज के पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर जब हम ब्रोकर के तरफ से देखेंगे तो क्या आपको लगता है कि कुछ और चीजें भी आएंगी इन द वे ब्रोकर्स ब्रिंग इन द एंटायर बिजनेस post this, because it is going to be even tougher for them in this scenario itself?
What I strictly feel that all developers today, with due respect, are concentrating more on cost per lead, on getting these clients. For them, numbers matter. You go to an exhibition, you find the developers, the first thing they look is कितने लोग आएंगे, 200 लोग आएंगे, 500 लोग आएंगे. You go into an online, they go into Google, they go into Facebook, they go to LinkedIn, whatever marketing, social media marketing they do, Google AdWords. It's only about the quantity of leads, 500, how many site visits. Where they are losing out is on the quality of the leads. That's where the entire developer community, with due respect, the offices, they need to kind of manage and micromanage the lead. The lead, don't outsource it to an outsourcing company to generate the leads for you. I mean, the developer is smart enough and he can, have a huge sales force. He can definitely kind of blend with that concept and look at managing the lead that time. What happens is that the lead, the exact lead, on the developer's perspective, their CEO, their office staff, what do they know? They know their project, they know the surrounding 3-4 projects. There's an agency, a nodal agency for us, like how you guys are for the bank, who can kind of, exactly give you a whole plethora of data management and explain the client there, nail him down there, and identify that guy that yes, he is a buyer. It is a process-driven thing. But if you do that, it's no rocket science. We're doing it very successfully. We're having training programs in our association. We take a lot of effort to make sure that he's a genuine buyer, and I think that's the need of the hour.
Okay, so great. Harish ji, हमने जब पहले बात की थी इसके थोड़ी देर पहले, you had spoken about a transparent model. अभी transparency, जैसे अजय जी ने बताया, most of the times the neglected lot is the brokers, the channel partners, और इसके वजह से impact आपके brand पर भी आता है, जो societies बेच रही है, even the development managers, or managing them is also key. So how does transparency get built into that kind of position where we are जब societies deal करेंगे उनके साथ, तो how should they be looking at
See, एक चीज हम लोग को समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि लास्ट 3, 4, 5 साल का जो माहौल है, जो कस्टमर है डरा हुआ इंसान है, और 2-3 रीजन से डरा हुआ है. एक तो प्रॉपर्टी प्राइसेस, रीसेल प्राइसेस हर साल नीचे आ रहे हैं, तो अभी वो एक इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑप्शन नहीं है, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, जहां जहां उसने पैसा लगाया है प्रोजेक्ट्स में, वो प्रोजेक्ट्स डिलीवर नहीं हो रहे. तो जो कस्टमर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए आता है, या जो चैनल पार्टनर भी एक प्रोजेक्ट देखने के लिए आता है, पीछे बैकग्राउंड में ये आवाज उनके कंटिन्यूअस चल रही है. So when we think about marketing, when we think about transparency, it is not the use of words, it is not the use of slogans, इट इज वो जो कस्टमर जो 3 या 4 विजिट करता है वो क्या देख रहा है, क्या महसूस कर रहा है, वो क्या एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है आपके साथ. सिमिलरली जो चैनल पार्टनर है वो क्या देख रहा है. आई थिंक एक जो जस्ट पहला डिस्कशन हुआ था अबाउट कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, रियल एस्टेट इंडस्ट्री इज द ओनली, आई थिंक वन ऑफ द वेरी फ्यू इंडस्ट्री जहां पे सेल्स इज स्टिल नॉट आउटसोर्स्ड. If you go and study FMCG industry, if you study the cola industry, if you study the restaurants, the big chains, McDonald's and all, you know, there are master franchises or there are, you know, distribution networks which are not inside the company. हम लोग जब ये कॉस्ट देखते हैं तो ये 1 और 2% ब्रोकर का कॉस्ट देखते हैं या सेल्स एजेंसी का कॉस्ट देखते हैं. हम लोग ये नहीं देखते कि इससे एक प्रोजेक्ट पे कितना नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट होता है. अगर आपका प्रोजेक्ट 6 महीने सेल्स नहीं हुआ तो आपने जो भी पैसा बचाया है उससे बहुत ज्यादा आप इंटरेस्ट में देने वाले हो, क्योंकि टाइम इज द मोर देन फाइनेंस, टाइम इज द बिगेस्ट वेरिएबल ऑफ अ रियल एस्टेट प्रोजेक्ट. एक रियल एस्टेट प्रोजेक्ट अगर 2 साल में खत्म होएगा वर्सेस 4 साल में खत्म होएगा, उनकी कॉस्टिंग बहुत अलग हो जाती है. सो जब आप ट्रांसपेरेंसी सोचते हो तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी इज अक्रॉस द एंटायर चेन. सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स को ये कैसे पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक प्रोजेक्ट बनने में बहुत सारे फील्ड साथ में आते हैं. एन आर्किटेक्ट, कंस्ट्रक्शन एजेंसी, पीएमसी, अप्रूवल, लिएजिंग, फिनिशिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स, ब्रोकर्स, बैंकर्स. तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी ये पूरे चेन में होनी चाहिए, ना कि सिर्फ जब कस्टमर आया तो उससे हम क्या अच्छी बातें करें. तो वो कस्टमर को और चैनल पार्टनर को बहुत अच्छे से दिख जाता है कि भाई ये जो स्लोगन है ये सिर्फ एक एड में है, ये रियल में नहीं है. बिकॉज आज जो हम लोग सब देख रहे हैं कि इंडस्ट्री में साइट विजिट्स बहुत बढ़ गए. एक विजिट में कोई कस्टमर घर नहीं खरीदता है, 2 या 3. वो क्यों? क्योंकि वो ये देखना चाहता है कि जो आप बोल रहे हो, जो आप कर रहे हो, उसमें कितना गैप है. जो हम सब भी एज कस्टमर्स, हम लोग भी जब टीवी खरीदते हैं या फ्रिज खरीदते हैं या कोई भी चीज खरीदते हैं तो सिर्फ एड देख के नहीं खरीदते. हम लोग जाके देखते हैं कि वो एड में जो बोला गया और प्रोडक्ट में सेम है कि नहीं. तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी इज नीडेड एट दैट लेवल अक्रॉस द इंडस्ट्री.
वेरी नाइस थॉट. इनफैक्ट बिस्किट का जो रैपर रहता है उतना ही अच्छा बिस्किट भी होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज 2 मिनट में पता चल जाता है. और एज यू ऑल्सो सेड कि लोग आज एक इंस्टेंस में बाय नहीं कर रहे. पहले ऐसा होता था कि जब हमने लॉन्च किया प्रोजेक्ट और यू नो आधे से ज्यादा इन्वेंट्री वहीं पर डे 1 पे बिक गई, और इनफैक्ट लाइन लगती थी पहले तो, ऐसा भी होता था. बट नाउ इट इज नॉट हैपनिंग. जो भी लोग आ रहे हैं वो मिनिमम 2 से 3 विजिट करते हैं, देखते हैं कि प्रोग्रेस हो रहा है कि नहीं, और मोर देन एनीथिंग दे आर लुकिंग प्रोग्रेस हो रहा है कि नहीं. जितना आपने बोला कि टाइमली होना चाहिए वो हो रहा है कि नहीं, उसके बाद ही उन लोग डालते हैं. ये सरी जी
आपने जो लाइन लगने का बोला, मुझे एक मेरे एजुकेशन के वक्त का टाइम याद आ गया. मैं जब MBA मेरा फर्स्ट डे था कॉलेज में, तो एक विजिटिंग फैकल्टी आए थे और वो बता रहे थे कि हाउ लाइफ हैज चेंज्ड इन इंडिया. दिस इज समटाइम 97-98 की बात है. और वो फैकल्टी ने बहुत एक अच्छा पॉइंट बोला कि इंडिया में लिबरलाइजेशन से बहुत कुछ चेंज हो गया है. कि पहले एक बजाज चेतक स्कूटर होता था जिसमें आप पैसा एडवांस में देते थे और 7 साल बाद डिलीवरी आती थी. तो वो एक टाइम था. एंड देन आफ्टर लिबरलाइजेशन आपको बाइक हाथ में मिलती है और पैसा 7 साल बाद पे करना है. So that was the change. A lot of those changes have happened in real estate which the industry is still grappling with. जो आज जो कस्टमर की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो वैसे ही बजाज चेतक टू हीरो होंडा वाली चेंज हो चुकी है.
अजय जी, यू वुड बी द बेस्ट फॉर दिस. इनफैक्ट जो ट्रेंड्स आपने भी देखे हैं मार्केटिंग में या फिर जिस तरह से कस्टमर्स को अप्रोच किया जाता है, इनोवेशन क्या रोल प्ले करेगा टू गेट दिस कस्टमर्स अगेन, क्योंकि अभी थोड़ा सा कॉशियस रहेंगे एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट 6 months to a year तक. तो ये वो जो कॉशियस कस्टमर्स है लेकिन उनको नीड है, तो उनको भरोसा दिलाने के लिए ऐसा क्या इनोवेशन पॉसिबिलिटी आप देखते हैं पोस्ट इवन द लॉकडाउन सिनेरियो?
कस्टमर्स को जो भरोसा आएगा वो बेसिकली प्रोग्रेस से ही आएगा. प्रोजेक्ट पे साइट पे कंस्ट्रक्शंस कंटिन्यूसली चालू है अनइंटरप्टेड. दैट इज द बिगेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ. उसमें द सीइंग इज द बिलीविंग थिंग है, उसमें तो कोई नो डाउट अबाउट इट. सेकेंडली आई फील द एंडोर्समेंट्स जो डेवलपर्स मैंने देखा है, काफी जो मेंबर्स हैं लाइक एसोसिएशंस के मेंबर्स हैं या हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनी का काफी जगह ये एडवांस प्रोसेसिंग्स वगैरह है. तो जो बिग हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनीज का जो एंडोर्समेंट्स है, एसोसिएशन लेवल है, गवर्नमेंट की कुछ सब्सिडीज वगैरह हैं, या जो उनके अप्रूवल्स हैं जो पूरे साइट पे रखे जाने चाहिए सारे, टू गिव देम कॉन्फिडेंस दे शुड हैव गुड ऑल द, जैसे मैंने कई जगह पे साइट पे देखा है कि टोटल उनकी जो टीम है, आर्किटेक्ट, एडवोकेट, सॉलिसिटर्स, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स, बैंकर्स, उसकी पूरी टीम का एक चार्ट लगना बहुत जरूरी है हर साइट के ऊपर. हु आर योर, व्हाट इज योर टीम मेंबर्स, सारे क्लियरेंसेस वगैरह. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट उनकी जो यू कैन से काफी डेवलपर्स ने अपनी वेबसाइट के ऊपर कैमरा लगा के रखा हुआ है जो कंटिन्यूस प्रोग्रेस, काफी जो एनआरआई सेगमेंट के लिए, जो मिस्टर विजय आहूजा विल एग्री विथ मी, द लॉट ऑफ एनआरआईज हु आर इन्वेस्टर्स, and you will be surprised to know the NRIs have been sending around 80 to 83 billion dollars per annum. They were the biggest investors. It has dropped down first time this last financial year, I think 64 or I think 65 billion dollars. 20-24% का drop आया, फिर भी it's a very huge amount. So like for NRIs के लिए, they cannot touch and feel, they cannot come specifically for them. Corporates, again, corporates are big investors because of they are investing to the guest houses and for the employees and all. So the credibility के लिए endorsements and involvement of the government and corporates and the finance companies का आपका जो, अब जैसे माइन की साइट पे हमने देखा एक IGBC का इंटरनेशनल ग्रीन बिल्डिंग का एक सर्टिफिकेशन लिया हुआ है हमने. इसमें जेनिया के एक साइट पे जो सेंट्रम कर रहा है, उससे बहुत बड़ा एक काफी बड़ा एक वजन मिलता है. उसे आज बिलीव करेंगे 2 BHK in South Bombay when it's just 6,000 rupees is the maintenance which is coming in the future. It's something very big booster to the client, and it is not proven. मतलब वो हम नहीं बोल रहे हैं. It's an international agencies been telling. So this kind of innovations where you can and you have to read the mind of the customers. कि उसको क्या चाहिए एग्जैक्टली, कि किस चीज से उसको सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलेगा. सबसे बड़ा जो बात है कि वो लोग आपको वर्बली बोलेंगे कि नहीं, दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड इट. यू हैव टू जस्ट गिव देम दिस काइंड ऑफ assurance and support and you can say this kind of what you call third party assurance to them, so they can kick they just like a audit, third party audits are there, something like that. It will definitely give the boost to the image of the builders, to the project, and to the property consultants, all the stakeholders of the industry. They will believe and the projects can be completed. Even alternative to finance to the developers, a lot of now alternatives have come up and it's available. It's a question of they should come forward and they adopt to the new innovations and out of box strategies.
Great. Pranay, this question is for you. जो प्रोफेशनल्स जैसे कि हरीश, विजय एंड अजय जी, ऑल ऑफ देम आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि प्रोफेशनल्स को डे 1 से लाया जाए. इवन यू स्पोक अबाउट दैट. सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट में सोसाइटीज अक्सर अश्योरेंस देखती है कि कैसा अश्योरेंस है कि मतलब आप आई विल टेक यू ऑन बोर्ड, बट व्हाट इज द अश्योरेंस दैट यू गिव मी. ये एक बहुत मेजर फैक्टर रहता है जो, बिकॉज दे आर नॉट डेवलपर्स, दे हैव नॉट गॉन थ्रू दैट एंटायर सिनेरियो ऑफ कैसे वर्क होता है. So how does that get dealt? And the other thing was, does societies are also afraid about RERA generally, कि RERA है और अगर हम लोग नहीं complete कर सके तो एक टेंशन रहेगा. Builders generally ये scenarios को understand करते हैं and they have their way to go through. But as Harish also pointed out, respect to external, we are not outsourcing sales yet. मतलब इतना अभी तक readiness नहीं है कि we are ready to give it out completely and let someone else manage it. So ये scenario अगर builders के ही ये इतना time taking है. So what do you feel about societies getting into this genre, and why should they be taking on professionals on board right in the beginning?
आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. अगर सोसाइटी के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखा जाए तो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसलिए कि जितनी सोसाइटीज को आज तक हम मिले तो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन सोसाइटी का यही हुआ है कि सेल होगा क्या, हमारे यहाँ सेल होगा क्या, सबसे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. तो सेल होगा क्या, उसका गारंटी कौन लेगा सेल्स. तो आई थिंक ये दो क्वेश्चन के अंदर ही काफी इवॉल्व होती हैं सोसाइटीज के सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट फैक्टर. बट एक इम्पॉर्टेंट मैसेज है, मैं सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट के लिए हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि सोल्यूशन है, बट सोसाइटीज शुड हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट है, प्रोजेक्ट आप कर रहे हैं, ओनरशिप भी आप ही को लेनी होगी फॉर सेलिंग द प्रोजेक्ट. ओनरशिप का मतलब है डेफिनेटली दैट nobody here can take a guarantee of sales. यहाँ पे आई एम श्योर बाकी मेरे कलीग्स भी आई एम श्योर दे विल अग्री टू मी कि कोई भी रियल्टर कैन नॉट टेक अ गारंटी टू सेल द प्रोजेक्ट, बट दे कैन ईज द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेलिंग. जो सेल्स होना है 6 महीने के बाद, अगर आप प्रोफेशनल्स को राइट फ्रॉम डे वन आप इन्वॉल्व करते हैं तो आपका प्रोसेस काफी ईजी हो सकता है, सेल काफी ईजी हो सकता है. अगर यहाँ पे सेल्स की गारंटी ही होती तो उसको एक अंडरराइटर बोलते हैं. आप अंडरराइट कर सकते हैं किसी को, एक इन्वेस्टर को लेके आ सकते हैं जो अंडरराइट करे, जो एंटायर प्रोजेक्ट आपको अंडरराइट, दैट इज काइंड ऑफ अ गारंटी व्हाट सोसाइटीज कुड एक्सपेक्ट. अदर देन दैट यहाँ पे गारंटी नहीं होगी. बट जब रेरा आया है सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट के लिए भी सबका एक और क्वेश्चन होता है विच आई ऑलवेज फेस, दैट वेदर रेरा इज एप्लीकेबल इन सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट और नॉट. सो डेफिनेटली देवांग जी, रेरा इज एप्लीकेबल इन सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट. जो प्रोजेक्ट में सेल्स है, सेलेबल फ्लैट्स है, वहां पे रेरा एप्लीकेबल. सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट में भी रेरा एप्लीकेबल है. एंड फॉर द सोसाइटीज अगेन, जैसे रेरा आता है सोसाइटी के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा फियर हो जाता है कि रेरा आया मतलब बहुत रेगुलेशंस होंगे, स्ट्रिक्ट होगा. बट एक बहुत मजे की बात है, रेरा इज अ रेगुलेटरी बॉडी फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द सोसाइटी एज वेल एज द बायर. आज दोनों के लिए विन विन सिचुएशन है रेरा आने से. इनफैक्ट रेरा के आने से सोसाइटी सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट काफी रेगुलेटेड होती है, प्रोसेस काफी रेगुलेटेड हो सकता है उससे. तो इट्स अ बून फॉर द इंडस्ट्री एंड नॉट द अदर वे अराउंड. सेकेंडली, सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट का जो प्रोसेस है अगर सोसाइटी समझे तो उनका एंटायर जो फाइनेंस लगता है वो पूरा, जो बायर से जो पैसा आता है वो पूरा प्रोजेक्ट में ही लगता है. अनलाइक अ बिल्डर्स मॉडल जहाँ पे बिल्डर कुछ विड्रॉ भी करते हैं, यहाँ पे सोसाइटी को विड्रॉ करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. उनके जितना बायर का पैसा आ रहा है सब प्रोजेक्ट में ही जाने वाला है. तो उनको रेरा का एनीवे फियर होना नहीं चाहिए या थॉट भी देना नहीं चाहिए. सो दिस इज वेयर थिंग्स आर कंसर्न. सो आई थिंक if I may have answered your question.
Yeah, very much. Vijay, one thing that I wanted to ask, जैसे भी अभी प्रणय ने बोला कि underwriters जो होते हैं, they will be probably able to take that kind of a guarantee and they will probably invest at the early stage. What is your say on the readiness of investors, especially after the lockdown, looking at the kind of economy that is? Will there be still readiness of investors to come in as underwriters also?
Absolutely, they are. I'll tell you how investors calculate. They have a simple formula. Any kind of investment they need in any real estate project, they look at cost of construction and cost of land. Early bird investors. If that is given to them in a structured way, they're ready to put their money. That's it. That's the way exactly they work. On a little bit lighter note, on the realtor side, the developer community, not the developer, sorry, we assure the realtor. What he does is not guarantee sales, he assures sales. Just on a lighter note, to get everything correct here, we assure sales, we don't guarantee sales. And one more point, on the brand ambassador part, I think Pranay, you'll agree with me. What happens is that, in a self-redevelopment, you're the best judge, but what happens is that when a developer has a brand ambassador, he has one ambassador, two ambassadors. Let's not forget the point that when there is a self-redevelopment, there are 100, 80, 70, how many members, they all are brand ambassadors. So I would request and suggest to you, if I can humbly do that when you actually train them themselves, I know I'm killing my bird by saying you don't need a realtor. Realtors are always needed. But if you put that in their mind from day one, that guys, it's your project, you're on full control of the project, there's no outward source touching you, finance is in place, everything is in place. When you put them there, those brand ambassadors can do real magic. That's what it is.
Wow, a very again a very different
I
perspective
think
from that.
yeah, sorry, just to add his point, I think it's a wonderful point where even if societies 100 ambassadors अगर एक buyer अगर एक flat sale करता है, I think the job is done. So I think he has given a one line note for all the societies that sales is 100% possible, and it's just a simple formula. So
Harish, taking this point ahead of assurance, I'm sure आपको भी ये काफी इंडस्ट्री में सुनना पड़ता रहेगा कि आप how do you assure anything? I'm saying the word assurance. So Harish, what is your take?
मैं थोड़ा पीछे हटना चाहता हूँ इस पॉइंट पे, अश्योरेंस वर्सेस गारंटी. आप कोई भी इवॉल्व्ड, मैच्योर, इंटेलिजेंट सिस्टम अगर देखोगे तो गारंटी की मीनिंग कुछ नहीं होती है. फॉर इंस्टेंस, अगर अभी रेरा अभी 2-3 साल हुआ है आके, एंड रेरा इज ऑल्सो इवॉल्विंग वेरी फास्ट, एंड रेरा इज फॉर बेनिफिट ऑफ एवरीवन. It is for benefit of all stakeholders. It is not one versus the other. It is because this industry has behaved in a certain manner in the past. हमें लगता है RERA is against one person or the other. No, regulator takes care of everyone. Number one. Number two, अगर हम financial sector देखें, तो SEBI, जिसने बहुत अच्छा काम किया as a regulator over the last 20 years, and they have also evolved. पहले बहुत स्कैम होते थे, अब स्कैम नहीं होते अगर आप देखेंगे तो, बट उनको टाइम लगा है उस स्टेप तक आने के लिए. तो इवन SEBI has banned guaranteed products. There are no guaranteed financial products. तो हमें इस इंडस्ट्री में ये गारंटी से मतलब गारंटी और फियर, these are two extremes. हमें इसको बहुत ही फॉर्मूला तरीके से, एक फ्रेमवर्क तरीके से कि भाई जो भी स्टेक होल्डर है, व्हाट डज दैट पर्सन ब्रिंग टू द टेबल, व्हाट इज दैट पर्सन्स ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड इन द लास्ट 3 months, लास्ट 1 year, लास्ट 2 years. अब 20 साल का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड हैज नो मीनिंग. अगर आप देखेंगे आज बहुत सारे डेवलपर जो बैंकरप्ट हो गए, 20 साल पहले ये टॉप डेवलपर्स थे. चैनल पार्टनर्स चेंज हो गए, लेंडर्स चेंज हो रहे, कुछ लेंडर्स कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पा रहे. तो हमें इस इंडस्ट्री में rather than going for, I know guarantee solves everyone's problem in life, but it doesn't take the industry forward. तो हम सबको, and especially जब हम self redevelopment कर रहे इनिशियल स्टेजेस में, हर स्टेक होल्डर के लिए अगर हम एक प्रोसेस डिफाइन कर ले, अगर एक हम फॉर्मूला डिफाइन कर ले, that will give more confidence. जब हम लोग एज सेंट्रम रेमा कोई प्रोजेक्ट, सेल्स, मार्केटिंग, ऑपरेशन, CRM लेते, तो we don't promise anything. We just say come and experience the whole process. That should give the comfort, the confidence, the assurance, like my co-panelists mentioned, both Vijay and Pranay. That assurance then becomes a guarantee once the project is delivered. That is what brands are for. That promise which has been delivered every time.
Very nice. So, very important point. Promise, whatever you have actually promised, you deliver that, and people will be more than happy. And again, the more they experience you as a brand, they will themselves start getting the assurance. That is again goes hand in glove with each other, assurance as well as with the experience. अजय जी, आपसे एक सवाल है कि ये जो इन्वेस्टर्स की अभी बात हुई, तो आपका काफी एक्सपीरियंस रहा इन डीलिंग विद ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स. हमने थोड़े दिन पहले भी जब बात की थी, हमने कहा था कि इस इंडस्ट्री में देयर इज आल्सो अ चांस ऑफ तो ये पार्टर सिस्टम वर्क करता है रिस्क मिटिगेट करने के लिए, जैसे पार्टर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स होते हैं, पार्टर सिस्टम होते हैं. व्हाट इज योर टेक? आपको लगता है कि पोस्ट लॉकडाउन भी वो सिनेरियो चलेगा, या आपको लगता है वहां पर
सी, मैं इस इंडस्ट्री को कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी करना चाहूंगा कि बहुत सारे नए नए सॉल्यूशंस निकाले हैं इंडस्ट्री ने, ट्राई किए हैं, जैसे बार्टर भी हो गया. लेकिन एक चीज हमें समझना चाहिए, इस इंडस्ट्री का एक ही मतलब बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स नजर आते हैं, वो सिम्टम्स है. प्रॉब्लम एक ही है कि कैश फ्लो मैनेज नहीं हो रहा है. और कैश फ्लो मैनेज नहीं होने के 2 रीजन हो सकते हैं या 3 रीजन हो सकते हैं। एक तो सबसे पहला, प्रोजेक्ट में इक्विटी या लोन राइट प्रोपोर्शन में है नहीं। दूसरा, प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत टाइम हो गया है तो मीटर बढ़ता जा रहा है। और तीसरा, राइट टाइम पे सेल्स नहीं करो। तो बार्टर इज अ गुड फॉर्मूला, बट अब मैं कभी कभी लोगों से बात करता हूं तो नाउ सम पीपल आर सेइंग के बार्टर विल विन। बार्टर में भी सेल्स तो करना ही पड़ेगा आपको, यू नो। तो अब जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट इज अ वेरी गुड ऑल्टरनेटिव सोल्यूशन, but we should not start thinking that self redevelopment will win over everything else. It's a very large industry. The problem is we have less equity in this industry, and India in general is equity starved. तो हम सबको इस चेन को कैसे बढ़ाना है उस पे ज्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए, ना कि एक सोल्यूशन पूरे इंडस्ट्री का मतलब सॉल्व कर देगा सब कुछ।
वो नॉर्म नहीं बन, there's just one option or an alternative available. That is it.
I have a point.
Ajay ji, आपका yes, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I have a point. You know, Harish, the worldwide, what the concept is going towards a gig economy. When I say gig economy, means that people have realized finally to put this huge sales force of, you know, developers have, or, you know, the external force they have, they pay as per what your work is to be done. If a CEO's job is to go and find 100 realtors in India, for an example, he's going to get paid for that kind of work he's done. When people started managing their time flow, their cash flows properly, I mean, there's no reason for a project not to go not be successful in any form.
Right. In fact, if all of those things are taken care of, the project and everyone, all the stakeholders will be really happy. Ajay ji, aapka take on what Harish ji and Vijay ji just said?
Exactly the question, if you can just brief me, because it's
अजय जी, मैं ये पूछना चाहता था कि बार्टर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स, इन्वेस्टर्स जब स्टेक लेते हैं प्रोजेक्ट में, और सोसाइटी जनरली ये चाहती है कि अंडरराइट करे अश्योरेंस के लिए, सो व्हाट इज, एज हरीश आल्सो पॉइंटेड आउट कि ये एक ऑल्टरनेटिव हो सकता है बट ये नॉर्म नहीं हो सकता है, और वहां पर भी सेल तो करना ही पड़ेगा। तो आपका टेक क्या है इसके ऊपर? व्हाट इज योर पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन दिस?
देखिए, ऑफ लेट इट्स ए अल्टरनेटिव टू द फाइनेंस ऑप्शन फॉर डेवलपर्स। बार्टर आप यस बोले या नहीं बोले, लेकिन इट्स नाउ इन थिंग इनटू द रियल एस्टेट इंडस्ट्री नाउ, बिकॉज 14 to 16% का जो इंटरेस्ट बर्डन है अप टू 18% है, समझो नॉन ब्रांडेड बिल्डर्स हैं उनका, तो दे कैन नॉट अफोर्ड दैट इफ दैट काइंड ऑफ कैश आउटफ्लो। बार्टर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स नॉर्मली 25 to 30% डिस्काउंट्स करके आपसे अंडरराइट करके ले लेते हैं, and they invest their own money because they have the balance sheet very strong and they have got the overdraft facilities and they take the guarantee. Now it's all depends upon the licensing part of it also, like the आपकी PMC है जैसे for example, so if the licensing is into the synergy with the barter contractor, so it's a very good propositions, and काफी projects इस वक्त barter system पे हो रहे हैं। लेकिन जैसे हरीश जी ने सही भी बताया कि it is not totally total alternative. It is just supplementary to like many other tools, like precast technology. अभी यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, अभी ये कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर की प्रॉब्लम आई है, आज नहीं 3 महीने के बाद सबको प्रीकास्ट टेक्नोलॉजी में आना पड़ेगा। क्यों? विद इन 6 months to 1 year टाइम में होल बिल्डिंग खड़ी हो सकती है। That's happening South Korea and Dubai, into Singapore and Japan, everything is there. So barter contract is a supplement to it, and it's a very good thing which has happened, and it's alternative to the bank's loans which is there. एंड सेकेंडली आपकी लाइबिलिटीज और क्या एक हेडेक निकल जाता है। तो एवरेज समझो 2500 से 3500 रुपए पर स्क्वायर फीट इस वक्त चल रहा है बार्टर कंस्ट्रक्शन की जो कॉस्ट है। कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट जो 25,000 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर फीट के ऊपर फैच करता है आज के डेट में, उसमें इट विल बी वेरी गुड प्रोपोजिशंस। इफ इट इज लेस देन 25,000 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर फीट, इट्स ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन द FSI कैलकुलेशन। एज यू बीइंग एज ए PMC, आपको कैश फ्लो और उसके जो कॉस्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट्स है वो ज्यादा आपको ख्याल होंगे। इट्स ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन द लोकेशन, द कॉस्ट ऑफ लैंड की कॉस्ट ऑब्वियसली सोसाइटीज को नहीं है आज के डेट में इस पर्टिकुलर सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट केस में, एंड फॉर्चुनेटली इट इज mortgageable. And the RERA, as per the MHARERA, societies are now they've been deemed as a, you can say, co-promoters. So it has to be registered as a promoters. So अगर डीएम सिस्टम है तो डीएम सिस्टम में भी एज ए को प्रोमोटर ही डाला जाता था पहले भी उसमें सोसाइटी रीडेवलपमेंट में भी. So I feel personally कि it's a good thing for the time being as far as because the severe liquidity crisis which we see, it is not only into the construction, it is also happening in the media also. There are a lot of media barter is available because marketing की जरूरत पड़ेगी. आज सोसाइटी का 10,000 स्क्वायर मीटर का प्लॉट है या बड़ा प्लॉट है तो उसमें इन्वेंट्री जो ज्यादा निकली उसके मार्केटिंग के लिए कॉस्ट सबको लगेगी. तो फॉर्चुनेटली digital marketing is doing fantastic job because maximum sale is happening with that, with the other innovations which is coming up. So it's a combination. It will be complementary and it's a good thing which is happening. And definitely इससे काफी इसका जो cost है आपकी liabilities अगर नहीं लेनी है books के ऊपर या उसका structuring नहीं बैठ रहा है तो मेरे ख्याल से barter is one of the best options which will available as well.
I have one view.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, sorry, I have one view. What happens is it's a social awareness problem. You know, for any kind of sales strategy, what happens typically, the Indian mindset is, it's very easy to tell the developers, to make the project 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. We as our Indian mindset is also used to the 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. There are many new age technologies, like Ajay ji said. There is a 3D printing technology available where it is like, mind blowing. If I go and tell someone that the building block will be ready in the next 20 days, if it's like just an affordable housing project, he'll blow his mind that he has to make the payment immediately up and down. So it's all about a mindset change, of us in buying real estate. That's what I feel.
Great. Pranay, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, so I agree to Hariji that self-redevelopment is not the only solution for everything. This is not the end. With this, where what I understand, the primary and the most important thing, आज हम लोग जब वेबिनार की बात कर रहे हैं, जब रीडेवलपमेंट, सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, बायर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, who's the primary most important customer at this point of time? We are talking about the society. I think society is the most important customer whom which with the journey starts. हम जो न्यू बायर हैं, that comes at the end of the project. पहले हमारा कस्टमर है सोसाइटी. तो सोसाइटी का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? सोसाइटी का ऑब्जेक्टिव प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट करना है, सोसाइटी का ऑब्जेक्टिव न्यू बायर्स को लेके आना है या सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट ही करना है. ऐसी भी काफी सारी सोसाइटीज हैं वेयर देयर इज नो सिंगल सेल हैपनिंग. सारे मेंबर्स खुद अपने लिए डेवलप कर रहे हैं और खुद प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट कर. दैट इज आल्सो सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट विदाउट गिविंग इट टू अ थर्ड पार्टी. सो इवन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टू डिफाइन द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड देन टेक द प्रोसेस अहेड. कुछ ऐसी भी सोसाइटीज हैं जहाँ पे सोसाइटी समझती है हमें कोई गारंटी चाहिए, कोई पावर अटर्नी होल्डर चाहिए, हमें रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिस्क नहीं लेना. इनफैक्ट वो समझते हैं रिस्क पावर ऑफ अटर्नी देने में है, ना कि नहीं देने में है. तो ऐसी भी सोसाइटीज, बट उनके लिए स्ट्रैटेजी, उनके लिए ऑब्जेक्टिव ही डिफरेंट है. दैट इज वेयर सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट इज नॉट द सोल्यूशन फॉर दो सोसाइटीज. तो जिस हिसाब से ऑब्जेक्टिव है उस हिसाब से पहले स्ट्रैटेजी डिफाइन की जाए. When it comes to self-redevelopment, when the objective is very clear कि we want to complete the project, we want to have safe journey for the entire project, that is where self-redevelopment comes into the picture. पर self-redevelopment आ गया, जैसे अजय जी ने बताया कि आज important है काफी, जो barter contractors and other people are also important. I would consider in the industry everybody is equally important. It also defines on what strategy or what objective that the society has. अगर आज सोसाइटी के, आज मेरी सोसाइटी है, मुझे एक भी सेल में नहीं जाना, मेरे को कोई प्रोफेशनल सेल्स के लिए नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को लोन भी कम चाहिए. आई डोंट माइंड गिविंग आउट माय प्रॉफिट्स बिकॉज माय ओनली ऑब्जेक्टिव इज प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीशन एज अ सोसाइटी. I would definitely get a contractor who will work on barter. I would definitely get a DM who would like to work on barter. मेरे लिए उस हिसाब से लोन बर्डन भी कम हो जाता है, मेरे लिए सेल्स बर्डन भी कम हो जाता है. So then why not? But I think this is quite subjective. This formula cannot work for everyone. तो इस हिसाब से जो सोसाइटी का ऑब्जेक्टिव है, आई थिंक सोसाइटी के ऑब्जेक्टिव से पूरी स्ट्रैटेजी डिफाइन होगी and accordingly things will have to work. But all the stakeholders in the industry which have evolved, and I think as an innovation which will keep evolving, those all are important assets to the industry.
Great. So one important point, Pranay, that Pranay actually brought in was पहले अपना objective decide कीजिए और उसके हिसाब से अपना पूरा प्लान डिसाइड कीजिए. सोसाइटीज को स्टार्टिंग में पता नहीं रहता है कि हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है. डू वी वांट अ होम या वी वांट टू मेक मनी, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली, एंड दे आर टू आई थिंक सो इतना, स्पेशली बिकॉज इतने सारे लोग साथ में रहते हैं, कम्युनिटी थॉट प्रोसेस है, तो उसमें कमिंग टू अ सिंगल ऑब्जेक्टिव इटसेल्फ इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम टू बी सॉल्व फॉर देम. अगर वो हो जाता है तो आई थिंक द path can easily be rolled on across. Now, before we get on to the questions that have been lining up on our chat window by the audience, one last question that I would put to each one, and that is, if you are to give an advice to a society or a promoter, okay, that post COVID या forget COVID, you know, आप जब प्रोजेक्ट लेकर जा रहे हो, बॉस ये दो चीजों का ध्यान में रखना. So what are those two things that you would give as an advice to anyone who's taking up from a sales perspective? That sales, ये दो चीजें अगर आपने ध्यान नहीं दी तो probably आपका सेल नहीं होगा. So starting with अजय जी, दो चीजें आपके हिसाब से क्या होगी?
देखिए, सबसे पहले जो सोसाइटी डेवलपमेंट में आपके जैसे पीएमसी है, आपकी प्रोफेशनल टीम नहीं है, एग्जीक्यूशन टीम नहीं है, और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट लाइजनिंग का है आज के डेट में, जो बहुत लोग उसको अंडरमाइन करते हैं. सोसाइटी रीडेवलपमेंट में क्या बोलते हैं, अपना टेंडर्स वगैरह बना लेना और बाकी सब चीजें कर लेना तो बहुत आसान है. उसका जो एग्जीक्यूशन है, फाइनेंस रेज करके एंड प्लस द लाइजनिंग, आईओडीसीसी और रेरा लेके आना, वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट है. तो वो कौन करेगा, वो टीम इनको बहुत आइडेंटिफाई करना बहुत जरूरी है.
वेरी गुड.
आपकी जैसे
प्रोफेशनल टीम आइडेंटिफिकेशन,
प्रोफेशनल टीम बहुत जरूरी है, नहीं तो कोई एग्जीक्यूशन ही नहीं होएगा, पॉसिबल नहीं है. दूसरा, फाइनेंस के ऊपर आपको पहले प्री प्लानिंग बहुत जरूरी है. पूरी उसकी फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट ब्लूप्रिंट पहले से आपके पास रेडी होनी चाहिए. अगर आपका एक भी सिंगल फ्लैट नहीं बिका ओसी तक, तो क्या करना है आपको, उसकी तैयारी आपको अभी से करके चलनी मेरे ख्याल से करनी चाहिए.
वेरी नाइस.
मतलब पूरा का पूरा. यस,
प्रोफेशनल्स और फाइनेंस, ये दो चीजें आर की. मतलब आपने स्टार्टिंग से ही सोच लिया कि मेरा फाइनेंस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट में कैसे लगने वाला है. और दूसरा, प्रोफेशनल्स राइट फ्रॉम, ज्यादातर सोसाइटी जब शुरू करती है तो सिर्फ एक या दो जन लेकर शुरू कर देती है और उनको बाकी का आधा जो पिक्चर रहता है वो पता ही नहीं रहता. वो बाद में
आगे की नहीं मालूम, मतलब सेल्स मार्केटिंग कौन करेगा उनको नहीं मालूम है, उनको फाइनेंस मालूम नहीं है, और उसको हैंडल कौन करेगा उसका. क्योंकि खाली मैक्सिमम पीएमसीज अभी तक टेंडर बनाते थे और बार्गेनिंग करते थे, उसमें फीस कमाते थे. वैसा नहीं है. अब उसको एग्जीक्यूशन टीम चाहिए पूरी. उनके पास में लाइजनिंग का बंदा कौन है, और उसका जो साइट के ऊपर, जैसे अगर बार्टर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आता है तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज उस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से काम निकलवाना और विद इन द स्टिपुलेटेड पीरियड में काम करना, इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ इट. ये पहले से प्लानिंग बहुत जरूरी है.
वेरी नाइस. हरीश, योर टेक 2 points from your side for sales.
The most important is financial feasibility of the project, which means the right FSI and what price assumption, that is one. And along with financial feasibility, either equity or loan tie up before starting work. I think हमारी इंडस्ट्री का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये रहा है कि सारे एक्टिविटीज एक के बाद एक होते, पहले से प्लान नहीं. वो बहुत जरूरी है for this industry to have a very good foundation.
Good. So one is financial feasibility. You mentioned specifically which was price. आप प्राइस पहले से सोच के चले कि किस हिसाब से हमें प्राइस आउट करना है. Probably वो pricing will come after 1 year to 2 years, but the thought process should be right from the beginning. अगर मैं 25,000 का फ्लैट बना रहा हूँ या 40,000 का, तो am I making it worth 40,000 or 25,000 also or not? मैं प्राइस एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन probably मैं इन्वेंट्री भी बना रहा हूँ कि नहीं, उसके हिसाब से is also the thought process जो सोसाइटी का होना चाहिए. मतलब प्रोडक्ट डेफिनेशन also should be right. Vijay, your take 2 points according to you to better the sales and the customers.
These stalwarts have already given the finance and sales part, but for me, the most important part is for the society is to choose the development manager, the credibility and the track record of his performance. Because, you know, if that is very important, like you guys are also, I mean, I'm sure there'll be enough competition coming up, but you guys being the pioneer of the concept, I mean, I'm sure you can write down the, a good book on the entire lot. But yeah, the credibility and definitely the transparency of the DM for sure. Second point from my side will be the 100% unity amongst the society members. If at every stage, 100% unity. If that unity is not there, if they're not correctly nailed, nailed would be a wrong word. If they're correctly not spoken about and so, given the proper picture with the proper feasibility at that moment over there. Everybody are going to be, in different tangents. So unity is also very important for the society to be the same page.
Again, a professional team and unity. Or in professional team, you also spoke about transparency processes, which Harish, I think so, has been talking about. Ki aapka systems and processes have to be clear right from the beginning. So professionals, agencies that have systems is one key factor over here also. I'm sure Harish will second that across, because it breeds transparency, and again it brings out the trust.
Absolutely.
With the first customer, again, as Pranay said, that the first customer is the society. So Pranay, over to you. Last 2 points from you that you think are important for a society or any promoter to think of, especially for selling it better. You'll have to unmute, Pranay. Yeah.
So काफी interesting points discuss हुए हैं in fact अभी तक. But I was just thinking कि what is my point? अच्छा वो आपने मेरे को last में लिया ताकि थोड़ा time मिल गया सोचने के लिए. So the point is where societies, I think the first thing what society should think, challenges आज तक काफी आए हैं. कोविड तो एक अभी आया है, बट कोविड के पहले भी चैलेंजेस कम नहीं थे. रियल एस्टेट इंडस्ट्री में बात करें तो रीडेवलपमेंट, सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट की बात करें तो चैलेंजेस पहले भी थे, कोविड में भी हैं और फ्यूचर में भी आएंगे. सो द क्वेश्चन ऑफ द सोसाइटी, ये जो हमेशा होता है कि ये होगा या नहीं होगा, सेल होगा या नहीं होगा, ये क्वेश्चंस के माइंडसेट से चेंज करके उनको क्वेश्चंस फ्रेमिंग चेंज करना होगा, ये कैसे होगा. आई थिंक जब क्वेश्चन चेंज करेंगे तभी सॉल्यूशंस आएंगे. अगर वो हमेशा डाउट में रहेंगे कि होगा या नहीं होगा, कभी कोई सॉल्यूशन आने वाला नहीं. सो आई थिंक द माइंडसेट नीड्स टू चेंज primarily, which is very important for a society. And secondly, as sabne bola, I would also add planning is the most important thing for a society. Planning से मतलब नहीं है कि सिर्फ डिजाइन और फ्लोर प्लान्स बनाया जाए. प्लानिंग से मेरा मतलब है feasibility planning right from the number working, the feasibility where हरीश जी ने भी बताया कि right from the feasibility financial planning, which is very important for a society. Feasibility planning अगर correct होगी, आपकी entire project journey बहुत smooth और safe जाएगी. Second is floor plans. Third, team plans, professional की planning. और last is construction planning, construction management, and sales planning. So this is, if you plan the entire project well, I think execution will be much easier. अगर आप प्लानिंग अच्छी करेंगे, आई थिंक हाफ ऑफ योर बैटल इज ऑलरेडी वन. सो आई थिंक दीज 2 points where change your mindset as a strategy, how things will be possible instead of whether it will be possible or not, and second is planning.
Okay, so some points that have come out over here are planning most of the times. Professionals. Of course, we have been all saying that team अगर right हो तो फिर आपका half the battle is won, and अगर planning आपने की हो तो execution is again a cakewalk if you have thought it through already. And one other point is financial feasibility. जैसा अजय जी और हरीश जी ने बोला कि अगर आपकी financial feasibility है, आपने प्राइसिंग का सोच के रखा है, आप फाइनेंशियली आपने फाइनेंस का सोच के रखा है पहले से, तो फिर आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. एंड प्रोफेशनल्स राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन, एज विजय हैज बीन टॉकिंग अबाउट, कि डे वन पे लाके रखो तो फिर ज़्यादा बेटर है, रादर देन आप बाद में सोचने लगते हो कि क्या है, तो इट डज नॉट वर्क दैट वे. एंड वन अदर एलिमेंट वाज व्हिच हरीश हैज बीन हार्पिंग आउट एंड व्हिच इज फॉर मी इट्स अ मेजर एलिमेंट, वो है कि आपके सिस्टम्स और प्रोसेसेस एंड ब्रांड, इफ दीज आर इन टैंडम और सोसाइटी ने ये सोच के रखा है, तो फिर आई थिंक एवरीथिंग विल फॉल इन प्लेस. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच गाइज. नाउ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज, देयर आर loads of questions. So Aditya, I will want you to ask few questions that you think, there are 3-4 questions that we can immediately take that people have asked, which has not been probably discussed up till.
Sure. So there have been many questions. Again, I'll just read through a handful of them. So Mr. Surinder Suri has a question for Mr. Pranay Goyal. What are the chances कि हम लोग IOD के पहले ही एक प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर को लेके आ जाए या ड्यूरिंग द स्टेज ऑफ आईओडी एक प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर को लेके आ जाए, तो उससे क्या होगा कि हमें बैंक लोन लेने का जो अमाउंट है वो कम हो जाएगा एंड ऑल्सो हमारी जो सेलेबल पोर्शन है वो थोड़ी कम हो जाएगी. तो इज दैट पॉसिबल एंड इफ इट इज पॉसिबल हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल?
So getting a private investor is definitely possible, but a little difficult in these times. ये है कि जितनी जल्दी आप इन्वेस्टर, सबसे पहले जब सोसाइटी सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हैं, इवन फ्रॉम माय एक्सपीरियंस, फॉर द प्राइमरी मोस्ट इन्वेस्टर्स आई थिंक द सोसाइटी मेंबर्स देमसेल्व्स. कल दलवी जी ने भी बताया कि 48% inventory has been purchased by the society members. I think those are the primary most important investors. अगर आप investors की बात करें, हमारे experience में भी अगर हम societies की बात करें, I think major inventory has been purchased by the society members themselves. So these are the first investors which are possible, which are in your house, in your society itself. Secondly, if you want to have an external investor, which is also possible, that comes with the cost. Are you okay to pay that cost? That what you need to decide. अगर आप ओके हैं तो इन्वेस्टर आ सकते हैं, बट बाकी रही जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पेपर वर्क, दैट यू नीड टू हैव अ प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वर्क, पेपर वर्क, सो दैट देयर आर अदर इम्प्लीकेशंस आल्सो, एज इन जीएसटी हो गया, तेरा हो गया, वो सब ध्यान में रखते हुए आपको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन प्रोफेशनली करने होंगे, प्रोफेशनल टीम के साथ करने होंगे, एंड थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल. एंड डेफिनेटली एज यू सेड, इन्वेस्टर्स आएंगे, आपका लोन बर्डन कम होगा, सेल्स का बर्डन होगा, बट इवन दीज नीड्स टू बी इवैल्यूएटेड with a proper evaluation feasibility report, whether getting an investor at an early stage is feasible or taking loans and taking the project ahead. एक IOD आ गई, plinth आ गया, उसके बाद आप सेल करें, वो ज़्यादा feasible होगा. So that those things need to be evaluated.
But it is possible.
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Suri, I'm sure you might have got your answer. जो second question है वो विजय जी के लिए है. सो विजय जी, आपके लिए क्वेश्चन मिस्टर संजय सेठिया ने लिखा है. द क्वेश्चन इज, वी वांट विजय जी's इनपुट्स कि नेक्स्ट 3-4 महीनों में एनआरआई के सेल्स किस तरीके से होंगे. हाउ विल एनआरआई सेल्स हैपन इन द नेक्स्ट 3 or 4 months? व्हाट इज योर इनटेक ऑन दैट?
So I have a different take on this. NRIs work a little differently. They don't go more on us showing them a camera over here and showing them which projects are over there. It's all about reference marketing, referral marketing over there, and just that their concept of faith in the realtor. So it will be very strange when I say this. Matured markets like Hong Kong, for an example, or Singapore, don't have any advisory firm which is a full-on advisory firm. They don't have. Developers typically go sell and come back. So what happens is that they go back to their family. And the minute I give them a project to look at, their first thought is to call up their brother, their sister here, there, and talk to them. So it's very easy. You don't nail them there. You talk to their family over here. Try to convince them over here. Once he's convinced, that's it. Your project is like 50-60% sold to them. So it's all about getting back to the base level and speaking to his family here, then approaching him over there. First of all, if you have that kind of relationship for selling real estate.
So Vijay, as for the question, do you think 3 to 4 months, next 3 to 4 months, whenever the lockdown gets over, as soon as possible, what do you feel? Is it going to be similar, or is there going to be any variation in the way the selling will happen to NRIs?
No, we are seeing an increase in demand from NRI. I'll tell you why. Now, there is one concept which everybody is forgetting, is that what's happening, we all guys are at home, right? The entire family is locked down in the house, which works wonders for real estate, for us, for all of us over here. What happens typically, the designing, planning, the sale, we don't need to. The family sits together and plans that. And they come to you and tell you, this is what I want to buy. So that's what's happening in the NRI market. They themselves are coming out and telling me, Vijay, we want a 4-bedroom, we want it in Worli. They're doing the research. They're telling me that in this particular project, there are, in Lower Parel, I don't name the building, but there are like different sale points of 8 crores, 10 crores, 12 crores in that. Can you get me a flat at 9 crores? You have my money. They are doing all the research themselves. Since everybody have time, they themselves have become research analysts. They buy us. I don't need to do any sale pitch to them.
Very nice. Completely positive take, I would say. I wish all of that happens to everyone who's sitting at home. I'm sure Harish would agree. ऐसे customers अगर मिल जाए जो घर पे research कर रहे हो अभी.
Harish will talk offhand.
Yeah. The next question is for Harish ji. So Harish ji, there's a question for you which says, please give us an advice of how do we plan sales for a particular project after the COVID is over.
I think the easy answer is talk to us. But I think it's about, in fact, when we take up a new mandate, we look for, we do our own legal due diligence. The plot is clear, title, everything. We do our own technical due diligence, which means how much FSI is possible. And third, our own financial due diligence, that with the right amount of financing and sales, will this project get completed? Now, along with this, from a sales point of view, what you have to look at is the micro market in which your project is. What kind of units are you making? So you can't make 400 square foot homes in Altamount Road. And similarly, you can't make 4,000 square foot homes in Dombivli. So micro market related unit sizes, pricing, competition in a 1, 2, 3 kilometer radius. Once all this is done, then the part of sales start. If this is not done correctly, no amount of sales can, it's like what Devang mentioned, ke biscuit ka wrapper ke saath biscuit bhi acha hona chahiye and not just the wrapper. And once all of this is done, then you have to look at, how do you attract the customer to the site? And more than the customer, how do you build your distribution channel? What strategy do you put that? And that is not just about giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% brokerage. That is the last part. How do you build the confidence of the market in your project? How do you make it very easy to the eye of the customer when the customer walks into your site? And even before he walks in, whatever he has been taken through the journey of, be it videos, be it social media, be it the website, be it the communication, all of that. And when the customer comes to the site, all of that should also gel. Once, and then the print material, the brochure, the e-brochures, the walkthrough, all of this has to be in sync. Once all of this is in sync, then the human touch comes in, which is continuous follow-up with your channel partner, continuous follow-up with your customer. And today it's a very thin line. If you follow up less, it means that potential customer has bought next door or from your competitor. And if you follow up more, you're also sending a message that you are desperate, and then the customer will start the waiting game ke abhi to bhav niche aane wala hai. So it's a science, that whole sales CRM
Perfect.
process. But like I said, the short answer is come to us.
Okay, so we'll just take the last 2 questions. One is a generic question. Mr. Ajay, मैं आपको पूछूंगा ये question. So there is a comment कि a lot of companies are going to come into India after COVID. They are going to set up their manufacturing units in India. तो यहाँ पर अगर काफी सारे लोग आ रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पर और भी डिमांड बढ़ने के चांसेस है. तो do you think वो रियल एस्टेट की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकता है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे काफी सारी डिमांड बढ़ जाएगी अगर फॉरेन से कंपनीज आएंगी यहाँ पे और सेटअप होंगी. And this is a generic question for everyone, but Ajay ji.
I have to give answer or to somebody else it is?
Yes, this is for you, Mr. Ajay.
देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जैसे भी एक लेटेस्ट गाइडलाइंस आई है जो मिनिस्ट्री उसकी नमूरा जापान की, तो चाइना की जैसे आपने बताया कि भाई दे विल कम टू एंड द सेटअप द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये इमीडिएटली कोई ऐसा 2-3 महीने में होने वाला नहीं है, नंबर 1. एंड रियल एस्टेट इज अ स्लो प्रोसेस इंडस्ट्री, इट विल टेक 2 to 3 years टाइम्स. तो कितना आएगा उसके कोई स्टैटिस्टिक्स नहीं है कि 2 लाख घर की डिमांड आएगी, 3 लाख घर की आएगी, ऐसा कुछ ऐसा क्लियर इंडिकेशंस गवर्नमेंट की कोई नोटिफिकेशंस वगैरह नहीं है. एंड आप सबको मालूम है कि पूरी जो अभी लास्ट कई क्वार्टर से हमारे पास में जो 3 लाख घर खाली है, 2 लाख घर खाली है, 5 लाख घर खाली की, इसकी पूरी काफी स्टैटिस्टिक्स सब बड़ी बड़ी आईपीसीज और बाकी रिसर्च फर्म्स देते आ रहे हैं। तो मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कोई अगर वो सडन डिमांड आ भी गई तो सबसे पहले जो रेडी स्टॉक्स है ओसी के साथ में वो अगर खत्म हो जाता है तो अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए बहुत अच्छी डिमांड आएगी उसकी अक्रॉस अर्बन मेट्रो सिटीज में, खास करके बॉम्बे में खाली क्या है कि प्राइसिंग इज वेरी वेरी हाई। तो जो पेरिफेरी ऑफ बॉम्बे है मेम्मा रीजन्स में उसमें काफी अच्छा मेरे ख्याल से ट्रैक्शन होएगा। थाना एंड पनवेल नवी मुंबई they have been showing the year quarter by quarter very good sales as per the latest I've seen the CRE metrics and other 2-3 what you call जो उसके जो डेटा माइनिंग कंपनी है उनसे जो मुझे स्टैटिस्टिक्स का मिला हुआ है। सो आई डोंट थिंक सो ऐसा कोई बहुत सडन कोई ऐसा सर्ज इन डिमांड आ जाएगा सडनली अनलेस NRIs start investing because every across the world now NRIs are feeling, Vijay ji said may agree with me, they want some kind of base is still there India में अपना कुछ होना चाहिए। तो apart from manufacturing investors from the what you call अभी एक बहुत अच्छा एक फ्रैक्शनल ओनरशिप का बहुत बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट निकला है बेंगलोर में, 2-3 कंपनियां हैं, बॉम्बे में भी। if that clicks I feel it will be fantastic for real estate industry and within 2 to 3 months time our it will start flowing. Already we have done the research alternate asset class में वैसे भी काफी अच्छा इन्वेस्टमेंट अभी आ रहा है, जैसे वेयर हाउसिंग वगैरह है, को लिविंग है, क्लाउड किचन है, QSR क्विक सर्विस रेसेट। तो अल्टरनेटिव एसेट क्लास रियल एस्टेट में बहुत अच्छा इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑलरेडी फेच कर रहा है एज ऑन टुडे। अभी आपने देखा होगा कि सबसे बड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट अभी कोविड के टाइम पे 43,000 करोड़ का जियो ने दिया है। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोविड के टाइम पे इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं आ रहा है या इंटरेस्ट इंडिया में नहीं है, इस वक्त अच्छा आ रहा है, अलग अलग सेक्टर्स में हो रहा है। रियल एस्टेट के लिए बहुत अच्छा अगर आता है तो मेरे हिसाब से, बट वी आर प्रिपेयर्ड, देयर इज इनफ स्टॉक एंड वी कैन, बिकॉज एक्सेस सप्लाई भी है काफी अक्रॉस इंडिया, काफी मेट्रो सिटीज में, तो वो एब्जॉर्ब हो जाएगी एंड वी हैव मिनिमम 2 to 3 years का स्टॉक अपने पास में है, so there is no worry I think so.
Okay.
I would just like to add on, if it's okay.
Please.
I would just like to add on, what happens, real estate is all buying in any format is a hearsay mentality. I'll give you an example. What happened typically for the manufacturing, the global manufacturing companies which coming in, 5 years back, Foxconn, the world's largest iPhone manufacturer, they announced that they're going to have a huge multi-billion-dollar investment into Talegaon, into Pune. What happened? The minute the announcement came, trust me, in the next 3 months, the real estate, the land prices skyrocketed to double, 2.5 times. You know, investors started going crazy in that 3, 4, 5 kilometers. Hotels, people started buying hotels, started coming, looking at investments all over Talegaon. What happened? They backed out for whatever reason it could be. They backed out. What happened to the investment which has gone in? So it's very important that they don't go by just the hearsay that this boy is coming, the big boys are coming. Till they are not, nothing's happening. If you're a smart investor, if you're a smart, again, I'm saying, I'm taking the onus on the agent itself, first of all, because we are by and large, also you're the hearsay mentality. I don't want to lose out and kind of, build up the excitement by, putting on, sending in the WhatsApp and sending in all groups. But you'll be very careful, very careful to enter and put money.
Okay. So the last question for today is for Mr. Pranay. This is asked by Mr. Vyas, Shailesh Vyas. So are there any banks that are giving loans specifically for self-redevelopment projects in terms of people if they want to purchase a flat? So are there banks that are giving loans for members to purchase extra flats?
Is it members or the buyers?
No, so if there's a buyer and he wants to purchase a flat, is there any bank who's giving a loan specifically for self-redevelopment projects?
So I think it's a good question. So there are two buyers in a self-redevelopment society. One, the existing buyer, that means the existing member itself. And second is the external buyer. So if we talk about the internal member, if he wants to buy some extra space, that can be funded by MDCC, Mumbai District Central Cooperative Bank itself. They have a limitation of around 40 lakhs for the extra purchase area. That's it. But if there is a buyer who wants to buy some extra space, or sorry, an individual flat, maybe a new flat, then definitely there are the normal various options like HDFC, ICICI, and the other banks. However, there were some difficulties which even we faced in our self-redevelopment project in Jayakunj and Suma while approaching HDFC to come on board to approve the project as a project finance. We did many presentations, we got it done, and finally the projects are approved. Now, once a project is approved as a financial institution, as by the financial institution, it is easy for a buyer to take a loan.
Fair. So those are the questions for today. Many more questions which we'll answer on Facebook, and even you can write to us, as I said previously, at info@vdevelopment.in. That's it for the questions. Mr. Devang, anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, I would like to add, thank you very much, people, for coming for this session. It was great of the panelists. In fact, a lot of learning for me as well, because everyone over here contributed from their experience, and in this 1 to 2 hours, whatever we discussed, I'm sure there was a lot that the viewers also would be taking back. So thank you everyone for being a part of this session and making it really fruitful. To all the panelists, thank you very much for making it a fruitful session. Thank you. So we call it a day over here. Thank you to all the people who have logged in. And as Aditya said, that yes, we will be available for any further questions. Up post kijiye. We will be putting it across to the panelists, and we will be bringing it to you. Don't worry. This session also will be on YouTube. So in any case, people have missed out, the link will be shared and at a later time also. Thank you very much. Stay safe, and
Thank you all.
thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.